And there's been a lot of pearl clutching over the last several days from my colleagues across the aisle on Donald Trump, Secretary Rubio, the Department of Government Efficiency's plan to reorganize the U.S. Agency for International Development, or as we all now know, USAID. They're screaming about Elon Musk over there, but hey, George Soros and his boy are okay. They scream that we're all a threat to democracy when they've been systematically dismantling democracy before our eyes. They've been caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and there's no going back. So I would tell my colleagues across the other side of the aisle, take your salty tears and sit right back down. USAID has long strayed from its mission to effectively and efficiently administer aid to advance American interests. USAID has become rotten to its core, sacrificing the prudent use of taxpayer dollars at the altar of advancing radical, sinister social and political agendas abroad. From discriminatory DEI initiatives to extreme gender ideology to marginalize real bona fide biological women.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For decades, while homeless veterans sleep on our streets, our communities rebuild from natural disasters, and American families struggle to get by, USAID has pillaged and plundered the American treasury, essentially lighting American taxpayer dollars on fire, funding some of the dumbest, stupidest, just dumbest initiatives imaginable, all supported by the left, and that's why their party is crumbling. Today, I'm going to expose some of the initiatives USAID has funded over the years and ask each of you a yes or no question. If you believe these expenditures of American taxpayer dollars put America first. So it'll be yes or no. USAID awarded $2 million to strengthen trans-led organizations to deliver gender-affirming health care in Guatemala. So to each of you this morning, does this advance the interests of American citizens paying for trannies in Guatemala to the tune of $2 million? Yes or no? Governor?
I have no position.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you don't.
He has no position.
Okay, USAID awarded over...
The issue is they say they have no position because they understand that their idea is kind of built on a lie. It's not really it actually is just a fact that it's built on a biological lie. And because it's built on a lie, if you show any doubt in that lie or that sense of faith, almost like a religion, you get cast out. You get cast out of the religious agenda because you show doubt in their God, and that is biological men can be deemed as women. And so he has to say, I have no clue. You think that funding trannies in Guatemala is going to benefit the American people, the American taxpayers? Come on now.
$750,000 to fund alleviating loneliness among migrant garment workers in India. Does this advance America's interests, Governor?
No.
No. I have no position.
USAID awarded $1.5 million for providing a gender-sensitive response to migration at the Venezuelan border. Does this advance America's interests, Governor?
No.
No. I have no position.
Does this advance the interest? Okay, so USAID awarded $4.3 million on October 1st, 2023 to a group to fund comprehensive health services for men having sex with other men in South Africa. Does this advance the interests of American citizens, Governor?
No.
No. I have no position.
I bet you don't.
And if you want to take the position of it's important for Americans, if you care about international, relations, to fund other countries. I understand your take if we were actually giving them things of value, chat. I don't think they care about transgenderism in Guatemala. You know what I think happened? I think one of their buddies set up a transgender affirming facility in Guatemala. And because they know somebody that might have done that in Guatemala, all of a sudden we got to send them $20 million. And then what happens is somehow the politicians keep getting richer. What I wonder, I don't know everything, right? I don't know everything. But I do think it's quite interesting how people get paid a fixed amount of income, but then they end up being multi-millionaire, decamillionaires, chat. I don't know how it happens, but all of a sudden we need to start funding transgenderism in Guatemala. So I understand if you're saying, okay, America needs to give to other people for them to have good relations, which is weird because I'm still waiting on the day that another country taxes their people and send the money to America. I'm still waiting for that day. For some reason, there's always a give and not get relationship with us. We in a bad relationship. We simping out here, chat. We simping for their love and affection. We out here giving them all our time and money, and they not giving us nothing back in return, chat. When the Guatemalans gonna start giving me a stimulus check? I know people that's struggling. When they gonna give us? So yeah, if you're saying that it's about U.S. relations around the world, I can understand it, especially if we were giving them something of value, but we're not. And what kind of relationship are we actually in when we only give and we never get anything back? What type of relationship is that? Who would want to be in a relationship like that? To me, it's silly, it's nonsense, and it seems like corruption, in my opinion, because there's no other way you could justify it. There's just simply no other way you could justify that level of negligence.
USAID awarded $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities by promoting economic empowerment and opportunity for LGBTQI plus people in Serbia. Does this advance America's interests?
No.
No. Nope.
You have no idea, right? Okay.
Oh, he said no. He got him.
USAID awarded over $70,000 to a group to deliver a live musical event to promote the U.S. and Irish shared values of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Does this advance the interests of America?
No.
No. No position.
No position or no clue. Okay, USAID awarded $1.5 million to fund strengthening community support structures to upscale LGBT rights advocacy in Jamaica. Does this advance our interests?
No.
No. No position.
I was actually last year,
USAID
chat. I went to Jamaica with my wife. Some of them Jamaicans. I was speaking to a Jamaican man who was actually driving us around, and he said, "Look, I don't want to be in America currently because I don't know what y'all got going on, chat." When I went to Kenya last year, and I've been going there for the past 5 years, every year, for about 3 weeks. I do that every year. Y'all see me making videos out there too. I make videos when I go out there every year. I won't this year because I got the baby, but I go every year. And when I was there, they said, "What is going on in America? Y'all's president is obviously brain dead. What's happening? How is he leading the free world?" I have no clue how it happened.
Awarded $28 million to a group to facilitate the
They asking
economic
the questions we want to
insertion
know.
of Venezuelan migrants and refugees in Peru and Ecuador. Does this advance our interests?
No.
No. No position.
Okay, USAID awarded $17.5 million to fund voluntary medical male circumcision overseas. Does this advance America's interests?
No.
No. No position.
I don't know what circumcision overseas has to do with America First either. USAID awarded nearly $150,000 to fund HIV prevention services targeting men who have sex with men and transgender. Does this advance America's interests?
No.
No. No position.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm limited to 5 minutes, but these are the programs Democrats are so desperate to save. Our foreign assistance system is badly broken, and this ends now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Yeah.
Gentlelady yields back.
Mr. Chairman, parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's why I applaud some of the work that Elon Musk is doing with Doge. Now, I have my criticisms of Elon Musk, but this is why I applaud what he's doing with Doge. Why can't we know what we spending our money on when we give it to our government? I thought the government was supposed to work for us. But if I send my grandma $600 to help her with her rent, Joe Biden got to know about it. If I Venmo or Cash Out my grandma $700 so she can do something that she need to do for herself, the government got to know about it. Meanwhile, they fail every single audit. They try to reject the audits to make them not happen. We don't get that luxury or privilege. I thought they worked for us. Why can't we know where our money is going? I honestly believe there should be some sort of system where, and I know it might be flawed, and y'all can help me correct it, but this is what I think. I think that there should be a system with your taxes where when you file your taxes every year, you get to decide what percentage of your money goes to what. And I guarantee you, chat, if we actually got to do that, this wouldn't be an issue. This problem right here wouldn't be an issue. There'd be a lot of people donating money to healthcare for other Americans, right? There'd be a lot of people donating. I would give for that. Like I'd give a little something for that. The issue is they want to keep taxing us more for these programs that they say that they're going to give us. They never give us the programs, and it seems like the money disappears and they don't know where it goes. So if we already getting taxed 40%, when they saying they want health care for all, how much taxes are we talking about, chat? How much of my money do you want? You want to make more of my money than I do? We already almost at that point when you consider property taxes. When your property appreciates, when you own a house and it appreciates, you pay more in property taxes every year. And houses have been appreciating. So much so that in places like California, some people have been out property tax of their house. They can't even afford their house with the insurance and property taxes anymore. You got sale tax everywhere you go. You goddamn drive 5 miles over the speed limit, you get pulled over. That's damn near a tax. Income tax, federal, state. You getting ass whooped. Chat, you getting beat up out here. You getting whooped. Fight back. Right? So, like, how much of our taxes do you need before you actually provide these services? And I think if we had some type of form where the American people can decide when they're giving their money, this is what I want to give 10% for. This is what I want to give 15% for. This program, let's fix some of the roads. Because we built this infrastructure years ago, and we've been surviving on it, but we ain't been making it better. That's for damn sure. And that's because the money going to transgender Guatemalans. The money's going to transgender Guatemalans, chat. That's where your hard-earned money is going. The government said, we know how to spend your money better than you do. You can't feed your family, but give us your money, and we're going to spend our money in your best interest, and that goes to transgenders in Guatemala. That makes a lot of sense. And these are the people that's supposed to work for us. The government works for the people. We pay the government to work for us. It's crazy. I honestly believe we would probably have a lot smaller of a military budget, too. Because I think that there are a lot of Americans that, don't want to get involved. I personally would donate some of that money to the military because it don't matter how many resources you got. If you can't protect them, you're just saving them up for the strongest person on the block. So I would give some of my money to the military also. But yeah, if we want those programs for American people, how are we going to make that happen when we got millions of dollars going to Serbian transgenders and HIV treatment in South Africa? I think somebody knows a friend that owns an HIV clinic in South Africa. And they say, hey, let me break him off $2 million. He sent me back $500K, $100K in a kickback that just magically hits some shell company that donates to my campaign. Who knows? Who knows, right? Like, who knows? But it seems to be a lot of politicians that are getting rich, abnormally rich, deca-millionaires off of a salary that, quite frankly, they shouldn't be that rich, in my personal opinion. So, yeah, there's a lot of issues, and I'm happy Doge is giving us some transparency and looking into it. Again, I have my criticisms of Elon Musk, but I think that this is a net benefit for the American people. Air horn Elon Musk in the chat. Definitely.